Hello there and welcome to your NBA Today. I am Taylor Pottle and today I'll be talking about the games that finished yesterday, August 5th. It's August 6th right now. And let's jump right into this. First of all, Utah beat Memphis 124-115. This is huge for the standings as Memphis is that 8 seed, not having a good start in the bubble here, as they now sit one game ahead of the Portland Trailblazers. But let's take a look at the stats for this game. Joe Ingles leading Utah in points for Utah, Rudy Gobert in rebounds, and Mike Conley in assists. Dillon Brooks for Memphis in points, Jonas Valanciunas in rebounds, and John Morant in assists. This one, 124-115. Like I said, this is huge. This has huge playoff implications. This moves Utah into the 4th seed, giving them a shot at the 3 seed and the 2 seed, which is the LA Clippers right now. They still have a shot at both of those. As if you look at the standings right now, they only sit one game up on the Portland Trailblazers, who would be their play-in team right now if the playoffs started right now. Now we move on to Philadelphia, Washington. This is also a huge game for Washington. They lose it, and now, today, are Orlando and Brooklyn both playing today? I'm not sure. We'll find that out a little later in this video, but I forget. And if both of them win one game, Washington is officially eliminated. They lose this one 107-98. And Joel Embiid has a 30-point game and 11 rebounds. Al Horford led the team in assists with 5. Jerome Robinson in points for Washington. Thomas Bryant, who has actually been pretty good in the restart for Washington. And Ish Smith in assists for the Wizards. Now another huge game. Denver beats San Antonio 132-126, and Michael Porter Jr. with a huge game for Denver, 30 points and 15 rebounds. Nikola Jokic led the team in assists with 11. For San Antonio, Rudy Gay led their team in points, Jakob Poeltl in rebounds, and DeMar DeRozan in assists with 8. Now OKC and the Lakers, and this was a blowout here. 105-86, and OKC have Chris Paul dropping 21 on the Lakers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Canadian, 7 rebounds, and Chris Paul with 6 assists, leading them in that. LeBron James led the Lakers in both rebounds and points with 19 points and 11 rebounds, while Anthony Davis led the team in assists with 5. Now moving on to the Raptors and Magic, and I expected this a 10-point win for Toronto. Fred VanVleet led the team in points with 21, Serge Ibaka in rebounds with 9, and Fred VanVleet in assists with 10. Actually tied with Kyle Lowry. I watched this game, that's how I know. I watched the entire game and stuff. All the other ones I just watched the sneak peeks. I watched full game of one of them. I think the Brooklyn-Boston I watched a lot of. But, yeah. Then Evan Fournier dropping 15 points for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, 11 rebounds and 5 assists. Now, Boston-Brooklyn, a blowout. Boston beats Brooklyn 149-115. Brooklyn did not look good in this one. Look at the quarters. 34-25 in the first, 37-27 in the second, 35-25 in the third, and 43-38 in the fourth for Boston. Look at this. Jaylen Brown, 21 points is the lead, too. Everybody did their part for Boston. Gordon Hayward with 7 rebounds and 6 assists for Marcus Smart. Well, Jeremiah Martin with 20 points, Jared Allen with 8 rebounds, and Martin also with 4 assists there. Now, big thing that I want to talk to you guys is the NBA standings, because we're getting closer. 5 games left for a lot of teams, 6 games for some teams, 4 for some teams, I think. And I'm going to tell you guys the standings first, starting with the Eastern Conference. The Milwaukee Bucks lead it in first, 4.5 games ahead of the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors need to win every single game to catch them, and the Bucks need to lose every single game. And I don't think that's going to happen, but I hope it happens because I am a Raptors fan. And then you've got the Boston Celtics in third, the Miami Heat in fourth, the Pacers in fifth, with the Sixers 1 game back of them for fifth in sixth. Right now, you have Brooklyn in seventh because Orlando and Brooklyn both lost. And you've also got the Wizards in ninth, needing to win all of their games, needing Brooklyn and Orlando to one of them to lose all their games. So they need a lot to happen to catch the Nets or the Magic. The Raptors need a lot to happen to catch the Bucks. But the real open part of this conference is the 4, 5, 6 seed, as the Pacers sit 1 game ahead of the Sixers, and I think the Heat only sit 2 games ahead of the Pacers. I could be wrong, though, so don't quote me on that one. But now you've got the Lakers in the Western Conference are already clinched. Then you've got the Clippers, 1 game ahead of the Nuggets, I think, for second. Then in third is the Nuggets. And you've got fourth place, the Utah Jazz, who'd they beat today? I forget who they beat. Memphis. But they beat Memphis yesterday, not today. But then you've got, who else? I'm forgetting teams. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting. OKC. It's been a long day, guys. OKC. They are fifth. My goodness. 6th place is Houston, 7th place is Dallas, and 8th place is Memphis. Only 1 game up. 1 game up on Portland. And really, the battle is for 9th because you want those play-in games on August 16th or August 15th. And remember, if you're the 9 seed and you're 4 games within reach of the 8 seed, then you have a chance at play-in games. Otherwise, the Wizards would have been eliminated a long time ago. But they're not. So, right now in the Western Conference, back to the Western Conference, you've got the Spurs 2 games back of the 8 seed, 1 game back of Portland, and then you've got the rest of them just all bunched up there. You have got the Pelicans tied with the Spurs. You've got Phoenix half a game back of the Pelicans and Spurs, and you've got the Kings 1 game back of the Pelicans and Spurs, 2 games back of the 9 seed, and 3 games back of the 1 seed. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my channel. It is Your Sports Today. I do NHL, MLB, NBA, and NASCAR. I am probably going to do NFL and tennis too. So be sure to tune in to my next video. Be sure to tune in to tomorrow's games, which I almost forgot. Sorry, today's games. Guys, it's like almost 1 a.m, so I keep forgetting. At 1:30, Pelicans Kings. At 4 o'clock, Heat Bucks. Big game for the playoffs there. And then you've got Pacers Suns, Clippers Mavericks, Blazers Nuggets, and Lakers Rockets. In fact, none of either the Nets or the Magic are playing. Neither are the Washington Wizards for the Eastern Conference stuff that I mentioned earlier, by the way, for all of you guys that are Wizards fans or Magic fans or Nets fans. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to tune into these games today. Finally got it right this time. And yeah, those will be some good games. Pelicans Kings and Heat Bucks, the early games, along with Pacers Suns. Those are all the early games. Then at 6:30, you've got the Clippers and Mavs starting, and then the late games. They're at no late games because the last one starts at 9. But thank you guys for watching, and I think the main one there is the Heat Bucks. I am definitely going to be watching that one, and thank you all for tuning in, and bye guys.